Yo, what's going on, guys? We were supposed to have Tipsy Turtles on today, but I guess they had to finish up some paperwork for something, and I guess they had to go to the bank and do a bunch of stuff today. So they'll be here next week, and then the week after we'll have Danketsu. So, and we also had I thought I had Clean, but Clean is in Connecticut, and I think he's just rubbing some elbows with some of the more, I guess, bigger or more professional pizza place makers. People who are big in the pizza scene. I forget exactly what he said. I'm sorry, Clean. But yeah, we're going to be going over just, the whole crypto market as a whole. But if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask because it's just me and y'all today. But yeah, as you can see, I want to start off with the SEC. They wanted to ask the judge, and I guess her name is Annalisa Torres, to grant a proposed order in its favor and force Ripple to pay, and I think the total is around $2 billion, but it's $875 million in disgorgement, which I'll probably have to look up. I don't know exactly what that means. And then additionally, around $200 million in prejudgment interest on that, and then $875 in civil penalties. So we'll see. The SEC has to wait for Ripple's response, which comes on April 22nd, and then they get to respond to that on May 6th, I want to say. So we will probably have some sort of conclusion coming up at the end of April, early May for the XRP lawsuit. That could be bullish depending on how that turns out. We also had some news on the SEC partially winning the argument or debate with Coinbase. They said that it wasn't illegally registered. So Coinbase is going to win that side, but they could listen to it for it could go to jury for, I forget, I think it's something to do with selling securities. So I guess they're still trying to label some of these securities. So we'll have to get more on that. The other thing that I thought was pretty cool, this is not necessarily just related to crypto, but Elon, Neuralink, whatever. So it's kind of related, but this is really cool. I'm not going to talk about the whole thing, but this is the first Neuralink patient, and yeah, I watched this while I was at work. It's 41 minutes. It's a little long, but it's really cool. I know that they were doing tests on monkeys and stuff, and people were like, okay, well, this is inhumane, and they're all mad about that. But now they're actually doing trials on people, and this guy is the very first patient, and what he was able to do really blew me away. First off, he said the surgery to get the thing implanted into his brain took less than 2 hours, and it was supposed to take between 3 and 6. So that was really cool. And then he said as soon as the anesthesia wore off, just I think 2 hours after the surgery, he was able to start doing tests using his mind. And you can see some of the things in the video. He's moving the cursor using his mind, and he beats some record. They don't really explain what the record is or what kind of test it really is. And I don't know if it's did he beat the record for Neuralink patients, or did he beat the record for everybody? I don't know. That part was a little confusing, but overall, the stuff that he can do is really cool. He was able to play Civilization 6 using his mind from his bed from, I think he said 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. He played for 7 or 8 hours, which he isn't able to do or hasn't been able to do since his injury, which, left him either a paraplegic or whatever his condition specifically is. But he's one of those people that if he wanted to play a game with his friend, he'd have to have one of those mouse sticks and then kind of tap with his mouth. And obviously after a while that hurts your neck and you have to sit in weird positions. So it's not really something you could do for hours. So this is just the first few months of him having it, and all the things that he describes are really freaking cool. So I advise everybody to go check this out. I think it's really freaking cool. Yo, what's going on, Fadi? What's going on, man? Happy early Easter. Thank you, Andrew. I appreciate you, man. Sen Baba Pool. I don't even know how to pronounce that one. Is that a new meme coin? Wouldn't surprise me. Don't know if I want my brain surgery to beat records on speed. Yeah, you would think, right? But at the same time, I don't want anybody to be like, hey, this is supposed to take 3 to 6 hours. And then you wake up a day later and it's yeah, we had some complications. You don't want to hear that either. So I don't know. This guy is the very first patient. And some of the things I was thinking about is maybe they, did everything they could to make sure this one specific one goes perfectly because everyone's going to be looking at him under a microscope. But even still, if they're able to do it this successfully for the first one, that's a good look. You definitely want to see that as opposed to not a good look. Andrew, your profile reminded me with mandrills what happened to them. Yeah, I haven't heard from mandrills in a while, actually. But yeah, I just wanted to show that real quick. I think it's really freaking cool. It's kind of what he described too is the development of humanity in a sense in the future. So not all of us want this kind of lifestyle, but for somebody who can't walk, he's saying you'll in the future be able to theoretically get into a Tesla car, have that car drive you to said location, and then using your mind, you could like text your friend or something and be like, hey, I'm here. Could you help me out of my car? And you could go to work that way for the most part independently. And that would be a really big step up for a life improvement style for somebody who's like this. So I don't know. I was blown away. I was like, this is really cool. I was excited to share it. So yeah, that's just kind of my thoughts on it. I think it's really cool. Going back into like meme coins, I don't know what that Baba Pooba, whatever what is, but Girls is doing decently well. This is a new meme coin that came out yesterday. I did not participate. As you can see, I have no orders, but we'll have to see. Cardano women or women for Cardano or whatever it is, Ada Girls, they created their they're like, we're Cardano girls. Of course we had like proof of stake or whatever and eating some steak. Like they did a really funny parody video. So that went really well. I think they got 1 million views in about a day. That was really freaking cool. But this meme coin is run by a dude. I think the dude runs the Twitter. And then I forget the girl's name. I saw it in Jupiter's Analytics Discord. But I guess it's like a dude and a girl are running this. So that'll be cool to see. I'm not going to participate in this one. I might FOMO in, though. I don't know. Right now, it kind of had like a really big green shoot and then sold off, which you don't really like to see. And then somebody also told me some of the biggest holders bought in super early. So you don't really like to see that either. But I mean, if you believe in a project, you're going to buy in super early. So we'll see how this plays out. Looking at SNEC, it's still a little sad. SNEC's not doing anything. The overall market recovered and then SNEC went down. That is not what I expected. You know, a lot of orders on SNEC. If it falls more, because I'm still only down at this point, like 1.5K, almost 2K on SNEC out of, so which is like 20%. It's not too bad. If I fall down to, I don't know, maybe like, I don't know, if I get down to like 40% or something, I'll buy back in. But I've been buying a lot of SNEC. I'm not too bothered. I think we're in one of those periods where everything's just kind of flat and we're just waiting for a breakout, either lower or higher. We'll have to see. Bork was another one that I played. I played this just yesterday. I put in 150, was expecting a little bit of a move higher. Their founder was in Jupiter Analytics. And he was saying that there was going to be some, decent announcement last night, right? And I went into the Discord and I waited till like 12, like almost 1 midnight, and there was no announcement. So I was like, all right, well, I'll wait. Maybe he's in a different time zone. And I woke up this morning and there was still no announcement. And so that kind of made me worried. It's not like they're doing anything malicious, but if you say there's going to be an announcement and then people buy into that, and then there's not an announcement, I don't think that's a good look. So I sold out. I made like 50 ADA. It is what it is. That's just kind of what I'm doing there. And then let me see if there's any comments. Mandrills are still around. Quite a bit going on recently. If you want to talk about it specifically, we can. Also, because we don't have clean here, I was going to let anybody, well, not anybody, but I think most of the people that are in here are, you've been here for a while. I don't think you're going to say anything stupid or ruin the conversation. But if anybody wants to have a conversation, I can, send you the link real quick and we can jump on and talk for, a few minutes or whatever. So just let me know in the comments and I'll send you guys a link if you want to do that. The other thing that I'm going to share is Nikola. This is that EV/hydrogen combo of making trucks that came out years ago. Trevor something was the CEO. He like scammed a bunch of people. The company was basically just, viewed as a giant scam, and it got taken over by a new CEO. I want to say like a year ago. maybe 2 years ago, and they're starting to reverse the company and actually show, I don't think profit, but less loss, and things are starting to turn around pretty quickly. The float for short interest is between 16 and 20%, and they think that it might be more, and I say they, just like Wall Street bets, whatever. They think that there could be shorts that are hidden somewhere. So I took a crack at it. I bought 2 call options that are about a month out, and I bought them at $1 strike price. I bought them for 2 cents, which is like $2 each, and I just bought 2 of them. So it cost me like $4, and I'm up 166% in less than like 6 to 7 hours. It's insane. I just didn't believe in the play that much. I mean, it's Nikola's like a scam company, and it's now going to be potentially a short squeeze candidate. I don't know how much faith I have in a scam turning to legitimate, even though the people in there are legitimate now, but I figured I'd take a crack at it. Mainly because I feel like there's going to be another short squeeze. I don't know if it'll be a repeat of GameStop or if it'll be AMC again or another one of the ones that didn't get to blast off last time. But I just feel like in a bull market, we have this opportunity, this potential to pump the hell out of these dumbass stocks and really kill some shorts. And it's going to happen, right? It's happened before. This isn't anything new. Wall Street bets didn't like make this up. But now that it's become kind of mainstream, I feel like it's going to happen again. I'm on the lookout, and I'm going to throw a little bit of money. I'm not going to go crazy with these things and throw hundreds of dollars or thousands or whatever, even though it would have played out great. But yeah, I'm on the lookout. I think something like that is going to come eventually. All right. Now looking at just the overall S&P 500, we are still in this band. I drew this band forever ago, and it's playing out still. We are at the higher end, and every time we kind of get to that higher end, we drop back off, and then we kind of go up and drop back off. And I feel like, sadly, I don't want to say it's true, but I feel like we have a decent bit of downside. We really do. We could come down to like 500 even on the S&P 500, which would feel like a lot, but it's really not that much. And we haven't tested this lower band in a long time. So I just feel like that's something to be aware of. Don't panic unless we go below it or unless we have like a legitimate crash. Then, of course, you could panic. But I just don't think that's going to happen. I think that crypto, the stock market, everything is just kind of in this middle period. Maybe we kind of consolidate a little bit, go up, consolidate a little bit, go down, then go back up. We're just in this like wishy-washy kind of period. There's a lot of things playing out. So I'm not really too worried, but it does make for a kind of like boring month, right? We're just kind of waiting for these things to play. Dave Sparks holds a lot of stake in that stock, has a lot of money to play with. Who's Dave Sparks? I haven't heard of him. And then let's go look at, I think I had Cardano up here. Well, we have Bitcoin up here. So Bitcoin, like I said, it like went up, kind of went up, fell back down. This right here, actually, this candle at 71,000 broke this high back here. And I was like, okay, cool. Normally when we break a resistance or a high from, just a week ago or whatever, we go higher. And so I was almost a little too bullish here. I bought some more alluvium. I bought $250 of alluvium. I feel like I have a lot of money in Cardano, and I do think it'll work out. I'm not too worried about that. I think other coins might 20x or whatever, while Cardano 10x's or 5x's. So the people who are trying to play what coin will X more might and probably will win if you're not buying Cardano. But I still think Cardano will do really well. And I think it's one of the ones that's almost guaranteed to do well. So it's safer than maybe something like alluvium. But alluvium right now is at 150 and its all-time high was 1,500. So it's off by like a 10x. I like those odds. I'm just trying to space out my crypto a little bit and not miss any moves before the next leg up. I feel like Bitcoin is hard to say this, but let's go look at, I'll show Cardano real quick and show what I mean. But eventually we're going to get to better values, or I debate saying like more fair values, but just higher valuations in general. So let me go back here. So like we're still at this lower band of Cardano, and a lot of crypto looks like this. And I feel like even if we don't go all the way up here, it's almost obvious that we at least kind of like go somewhere in the middle. And I think, $2 to like $1.25 is like nearly guaranteed. I feel like $3 is probably guaranteed too, to be fair. But if we're trying to be, fair, and not be Cardano biased, I'd say like $2 to like $1.25 is definitely doable. And that's kind of like the next range before we start to debate, okay, do we see new all-time highs? So before we get to this range, and not just Cardano, but Illuvium and, Matic and all sorts of ones, I want to just buy a little bit more, because eventually, if Cardano does just go to like $1.25, $1.50 and hover while everything else goes crazy, I'd rather have some coins that are they're not going to make up for it, because I have almost all Cardano, but they'll make up some of it. And so that's just what I'm trying to do there. I'm trying to make sure that Cardano isn't my only bag, basically, is what I'm saying. Diesel Brothers. Man, that is not helping me here. Are you talking about like Vin Diesel? Like, I don't know. That does not help me. What's going on, Trues? $8? Maybe. It definitely could. I mean, I feel like any coin at this point can kind of do it with the right marketing, with the right news and media setup. When Cardano's doing well, we're going to have media where it's like, oh, NFTs did this, or, Cornucopia's best video game on Cardano. We're going to see news headlines that like really pump it, but it's just not happening right now. Sorry, got to run and catch the playback. Otherwise, would chat about mandrills for sure. Moved to Norway and got to get dinner ready to eat with the family since it's 6 p.m. here. Appreciate you, Andrew. That's what's up. And then we can go check out. There's some other meme coins that are launching. Mayhem Mob, they tried to launch their Mayhem token. I don't know if they ever did. I think they did. But now they're also launching Chuck. So, yeah, just more meme coin shit, guys. Chuck pre-sale is live. 69 ADA cap per wallet. Open to everybody. First come, first serve until they hit 3 Chuck milestones. Whatever those milestones are, we'll have to see. And I guess this is going to go on for 3 days, is what Jupiter Analytics was saying inside of their Discord. I haven't paid too much attention to it. I'm not gonna participate in this one. It's just 69 ADA. It's not a big risk, but I don't know. Things aren't popping off on Cardano at the moment, so I'm just holding off a little bit. Some other things that are coming out. This isn't related to crypto at all either, but I think it's pretty cool. Dr. Dre was either in an interview or something, and he announced that Eminem's going to drop a new album this year, which really excited me. Not because, and I do like Eminem, but not because of Eminem, but because J. Cole, who at the moment I like more, is supposed to be releasing his album or mixtape before the Fall Off, which is going to be his final album, or at least he said it's going to be his final album. I know how rappers are. They always say it's their final album and they keep making more, but I'm excited for that. That could mean that maybe this year is a good year for music. I feel like we could use a good year in music. That would be really freaking cool. Just something I've been thinking about. And then we have USDM. Didn't get a chance to talk about this last week. They actually came out, I think, the week before that. But USDM came to Cardano, which is Cardano's stablecoin. And that's what everybody's kind of been waiting for. Everybody's like, oh, well, we'll get liquidity when we have stable coins, or we'll get this when we have this. So this is just one of those little check marks, I think, for Cardano that people look at when they're like, should I buy this coin or should I play Cardano DeFi? They look for stable coins. Some people like to convert into stable coins. Some people like to stake with stable coins because it shouldn't move in theory. So you get like a free, 20%, whatever it is, 30% APR if that's set up. So this is pretty cool. We're going to see how many exchanges they get launched on. I know MinSwap is what they started with, but I believe they said that they're going to continue to launch on other DEXs as well. So that's pretty cool. What else did we have on the agenda? People, I don't have the tweet up. Let me see. I don't have the exact tweet up, but Cardano Thor is a legend, so we'll just click on his. This has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. But overall, there was a not Apple leak, but there's people, the Apple scams where you get called by somebody and they're like, hello, I am from Apple tech support, whatever it is. And they try to get your information. But this time they're being a little bit more clever and they're getting your files from your backup saves. And then they're essentially cloning your phones on other, like cloned software to replicate a phone and then steal your notes, steal your cloud backups, pictures. So some people who have had 24-word phrases, some people have taken pictures of those. Some people have written them down in their notes, and just all sorts of people are getting scammed and drained from. I don't think it's just Cardano, but it was brought up as if it was a Cardano issue. So just, these scams have been out there forever. Don't fall for them. Just wanted to kind of make that aware. You probably already know, especially since you're in my chat, you probably already know, but I just thought I'd bring it out there and let everybody know. Easter weekend, like we spoke about, is coming up as well. And Good Friday means that the market doesn't trade on Friday. And usually when that happens, it means that the market doesn't move too much. We moved a little bit, but historically markets don't move too much during shorter weeks. Crypto will always, stay open. So that could do whatever it's going to do, but stocks probably shouldn't move too much. But yeah, that's holy crap. Is that Ozar? Bro. How you doing, man? That is crazy. That I haven't seen you in forever, man. But yeah, I literally just ran through like everything that I wanted to cover. So ask me questions, guys. If there aren't any questions, I don't mind leaving early, but I'm here for y'all. And, I normally just bounce back and forth off of clean. I was going to have turtles today, but nobody to bounce back and forth off of. So just let me know what you guys are thinking. What kind of coin should I look at? What coins are you guys looking at? Is this the period where y'all are taking breaks? Me personally, I'm just getting hyped, even though I've only spent, I think it was $3 or $6 total on these option plays. I don't know. I just get so excited about the potential because even if Nikola goes to like $1.50, I'd make like, 100, maybe $200, depending on how quickly it does that off of like a $6 investment. I just think it's pretty crazy. Was I right about Ajax? I think you were right about Ajax, homie. Oh, I feel so bad too because I bought Ajax and then I sold it for Kopi because I heard that they were getting launched. But yeah, you were right about Ajax and my homie was right about Ajax. And I got in. I got in at the right time too. I got in like down here, somewhere around here. And then I sold at like basically break even just so I could buy Kopi to lose 20 ADA. Like, yeah, I lost 4 ADA on Ajax because I sold 2 days after. When it was 15 days ago. So I bought like somewhere in here. Or wait, no, I bought even before that. It's all good though. It's all good. That is crazy. Dude, Nikola though, this is insane. Nikola is up, what is it? 36% on the week off of this horrible, stupid ass, barely losing money company. That's insane. Up 166%. Like if only I knew, if only I trusted myself a little bit more. It's not even about trusting myself, to be fair. I mean, I didn't trust this company. That's all it is. But Ozar, yo, hit me up sometime, man. Hit me up. I hope you're doing well, man. But yeah, so that's pretty much everything I want to cover. Just a little small recap for everybody. The SEC, they are asking the judge, Analisa Torres, to basically sue Ripple for $2 billion. We'll see how that goes. It ends hopefully sometime in May. The first person to get a Neuralink put into their brain, he blew me away. Y'all should definitely watch this video. Just type in like first Neuralink patient into YouTube. It'll come right up. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. Put it on in the background. This dude also is like, I love his personality. He's, down on his luck. He decides to go through with this experimental trial on your brain. And his parents supported him through it and everything. And it was just like really stressful. But he makes jokes, and that's what I like about him. But he said he messed with his mom when she first came into the room after he got the surgery done. She came in and he was like, who is this? And his mom started flipping out, and he was like, no, mom, I'm sorry, bad joke. And he was like, I'm still living it down, which I think is hilarious. Really bad joke, because it's literally brain surgery, and his parents are like taking care of him, literally doing everything because he can't walk, poop, none of that. But I thought that was really funny. He's got a really great sense of humor. Yeah, Ajax is continuing to kill it because they're listed on centralized exchanges, guys. Oh, when, Sneck? When? I don't know, man. We got Nikola. We're going to keep hoping this thing goes up. If it can go to like $1 to $2 pretty quick, you can make some decent money out of that and really turn like $6 into a couple hundred, which would be so cool. It's not a big risk. It's not going to change my life, but I don't know. I like things like that. It's good risk to reward. We have the S&P 500 still within our band, super chilling, but I'm expecting at some point, whether it's this week, next week, the week after, some sort of like slow downside consolidation until we go higher again. We just need it. If we keep going higher like this, I mean, that's fine. I guess we could do that. But I feel like every time we do that, there's some sort of pullback or, consolidation before we go higher. So I would just like to see that, because if it doesn't happen, we might get a sharper drop. Cardano, still just Cardanoing, around 60 cents to 68 cents. Not moving much higher, not moving much lower. We're at the top end, though, to be fair. Like, let me like really zoom in on this. We're at the top end of the low end, which to me signals we're going to break out pretty soon. I don't know when. I don't think anybody knows when, but I feel like we're going to break out pretty soon. Let's go check out like a few other coins. What about Matic? I haven't checked on Matic in a long time. So Matic's at like $1, and its all-time high is about 3, roughly the same as Cardano, but a little bit higher than Cardano. Interesting. What about... So another coin I've been looking at is Optos. I don't talk about it too much, but Optos is pretty crazy, guys. This is one of the newer coins on Coinbase. I bought some around here because this was when Optos monkeys were minting, and I still have my Optos monkey, which is really freaking cool. I'm going to show you guys on Topaz right here. Dang, the price went down. So these were at 58 to 59 like 3 days ago, which was like close to $1,000. At this current price, it'd be about $1,000, which would be awesome because I think I spent like 40 or 60 on this monkey. It'd be my first like decent flip ever in NFTs. So that's pretty cool. What else am I gonna say about the monkeys? I think they peaked. They peaked around 80. So we'll have to see. Like when peak bear market comes or bull market comes, I'm hoping that I have just one random NFT that just kind of makes me a millionaire. It'll never happen, right? Unlikely, but that's kind of what I'm hoping for. I thought that stock was dead. It was. I mean, Nikola is dead. Nikola is recovering. The thing to look at, though, I guess not necessarily here, but right here. So this is the estimated earnings per share, and then the actual will come May 7th. So it looks like it's pretty close every time. It's like almost perfect. This one was the farthest. So I feel like it's going to be pretty close. That's, a slight trend higher with the bubbles. You like to see it. I don't know, man. This is like pure hopium for me. I've looked at the numbers. The numbers don't make sense for Nikola to go up other than a short squeeze. Like, they are turning the business around, yes, but it's still a failing business. So this isn't like anything to get excited about, in my opinion. I just think people like to stick it to the man. And this is one of those scenarios where it's like, hey, there's a lot of the man short in this product. You could just buy it. So I think that's what's going on. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much everything. I'm not going to keep you here any longer unless you guys have any questions, but it looks like that's about it. Ozar, though, I appreciate you coming through, man. I haven't seen you in forever. That is amazing that you're here. I appreciate you. Andrew as well, thank you for coming through. I know you have to go. Orman, you're the freaking GOAT. You're always in here. Incredible Truce. I've been seeing you a lot lately. I don't know if I've seen you before. I think the last time I saw you was like, or the first time I saw you was like a month ago. So I appreciate you. I think you're new. Maybe you changed your name, maybe not. And then Jeremy Lim, I haven't seen you before either. I don't know what that coin is, but I'll check it out. I appreciate you guys. Remember to get outside, see your family, see your friends. We're here to make more money so that we can spend more time with them. Until next time, guys. Peace.